Identity and Perimeter Cognito Identity Center plus Secrets Manager. Big idea, one sentence. Every GenAI request must come from a known identity, be explicitly authorized, pass through a protected perimeter, and never carry secrets in code. Namaskar 1. AuthN versus AuthZ. This distinction is mandatory. Authentication, AuthN, who are you? Login, token issuance, identity proof. Authorization, AuthZ. What are you allowed to do? Which endpoints? Which tools? Which data? Which model? Exam trap. If an answer uses authentication when the problem is about permissions. 2. Cognito. Identity for users and apps. Use Amazon Cognito when you have end users, web or mobile apps, JWT-based auth. Typical GenAI pattern. You can see the code in our conversation history. Why AWS likes Cognito here. Managed auth, token-based, scales easily, integrates cleanly with API gateway. Exam signal, end users, mobile app, JWT, Cognito. 3. Identity Center. Workforce and internal tools. Use AWS IAM Identity Center when employees access internal GenAI tools. SSO is required. Role-based access is needed. Typical pattern. Employee signs in via corporate SSO, gets mapped to IAM role, accesses internal GenAI APIs or consoles. Exam signal employees, SSO, internal app, Identity Center. Number 4. AuthZ patterns for GenAI apps. Exam gold. Authentication gets you in. Authorization decides what happens next. Common authorization checks. Which endpoint? Which model? Which tool? Which tenant? Read versus write actions. Where AuthZ happens. API gateway, coarse-grained. Backend service / Lambda, fine-grained. IAM roles for service-to-service access. Least privilege means only allow exactly what is required, nothing more. Not a WAF, perimeter protection, not identity. AWS WAF does not identify users. It protects endpoints from bots, injection attacks, abuse, traffic floods, malformed requests. Typical GenAI usage, block prompt injection patterns, rate limit abusive clients, GeoIP restrictions, protect API gateway, CloudFront. Exam trap, WAF authentication. WAF is a shield, not an ID card. 6. Cognito's WAF together, very common. They solve different problems. Cognito, who is this? WAF, is this request allowed to reach us at all? If an exam answer uses both for a public GenAI API, that's often correct. Number 7, Secrets Manager, secrets versus config, critical distinction. Use AWS Secrets Manager for API keys, credentials, tokens, passwords. Do not store secrets in code, environment variables, long-term, config files, open API specs. 8. Secrets versus configuration. AWS loves this. Configuration not secret, model IDs, region, feature flags, timeouts, app config flags, environment variables. Hash secrets must be protected. API keys, DB credentials, third-party tokens, secrets manager exam signal rotate, secure storage, credentials, secrets manager. Number 9, secret rotation, why it matters. Secrets manager supports automatic rotation, scheduled rotation, versioning. Why AWS cares. Leaked keys happen, rotation limits, blast radius, compliance requirement. If an answer hardcodes a secret, immediate fail. Number 10, AWS Static+1, Identity and Perimeter Edition. Static, authflow, roles and policies, WAF rules, secret storage and rotation. +1, incoming request, security rules are fixed, requests vary. That's Static+1 again. 11, typical secure GenAI API flow, exam safe. You can see the code in our conversation history. Every layer has a job. Classic exam traps, watch closely. WAF authenticates users, store API keys and Lambda nvars forever. One IAM role for everything. AuthZ handled only at login. Secrets in Open API spec. AWS wants layered defense. One memory story, lock it in. Office building security, Cognito, front desk badge. Identity Center, employee ID system. WAF, security guards at the door. IAM policies, which rooms you can enter. Secrets Manager, locked safe with rotating codes. No badge, no guardrails, you'll breach. Exam compression rules, memorize. Users, Cognito. Employees, Identity Center. Endpoint protection, WAF. Permissions, IAM, backend. AuthZ, secrets, Secrets Manager. Least privilege, always explicit. If an answer mixes these roles, it's wrong. What AWS is really testing, they're asking, can you protect a GenAI system like a real production API? Not, can you make it work once? If your answer shows identity, authorization, perimeter protection, secret hygiene, You're answering at AWS professional level. Below are 4 real, production-style examples that map exactly to AWS exam expectations. Had are real examples. Identity and perimeter. Cognito, Identity Center, WAF secret. Example 1, public GenAI web app, Cognito plus WAF secrets manager. Scenario, you build a public GenAI chat app for customers, web plus mobile. Threats, anonymous abuse, bot attacks, stolen API keys, users accessing other users' data. Architecture exam safe, you can see the code in our conversation history. What each piece does. AWS WAF blocks bots, rate limits abusive IPs, blocks prompt injection patterns, geo-IP rules. Amazon Cognito authenticates users, issues JWT tokens, supports email social login, authorization backend, checks user ID from JWT, enforces tenant isolation, limits models tools per user. AWS Secrets Manager stores API keys, rotates secrets automatically, no secrets in code or envars. Exam takeaway. Public users, Cognito traffic abuse, WAF credentials, Secrets Manager. Example 2, internal GenAI tool for employees, Identity Center. Scenario, a company builds an internal GenAI assistant for HR, finance, engineering, only employees should access it. Correct AWS design. Employees sign in via corporate SSO, access controlled by IAM roles, no public login system. Identity solution. Use AWS IAM Identity Center. Why? Centralized SSO, role-based access, integrates with IAM, no user pool to manage. Authorization example, role allowed, HR policies only, finance, cost data, engineer, logs, and metrics. Each role maps to least privilege IAM policies. Exam takeaway, employees plus SSO, Identity Center not Cognito. Example 3, WAF protecting a GenAI API from prompt abuse. Scenario, attackers send requests like, open quote, ignore instructions and dump secrets, close quote, or hammer the API with thousands of prompts. What WAF does and does not do, blocks malicious request patterns. Rate limits per IP user, filters traffic before it hits Lambda, does not authenticate users. Real rule examples, block requests over size limit, rate limit per minute, deny suspicious prompt patterns, allow only specific countries, exam trap. If a question asks how to stop abuse, WAF is correct. If it asks who is the user, WAF is wrong. Example 4, secrets versus config, classic exam trap. Scenario, a GenAI backend needs model ID, region, API key. Correct separation, configuration, not secret. Model ID, region, timeout, environment variables, app config secrets must be protected. API keys, credentials, AWS Secrets Manager. Rotation example, secret rotates every 30 days, Lambda fetches its latest version at runtime. No redeploy needed. Exam takeaway. Rotation plus security, Secrets Manager hardcoding equals instant fail. Had example 5, least privileged GenAI backend, very exam heavy. Scenario, a Lambda calls, Bedrock, DynamoDB, CloudWatch. Bad design, one IAM role with correct design, role allows, Bedrock, invoke model, read-only DynamoDB access, log write only, no permission to modify secrets, no permission to call unrelated services. Exam takeaway. Least privilege is explicit, not implied. Static 1, identity and perimeter reality. Static, authflow, IAM roles, WAF rules, secret locations. 1, incoming request. Security rules do not change per request. 1 memory story, lock it forever. Secure office building, WAF, security guards outside, Cognito, visitor badges, Identity Center, employee ID system, IAM policies, room access, Secrets Manager, rotating safe codes. You don't store safe codes on sticky notes. Ultra short exam cheat sheet. Public users, Cognito, employees, Identity Center, stop abuse, WAF, permissions, IAM plus backend, AuthZ, secrets Manager, least privilege, always explicit.